You guys look like robots up there.
All right, that's good.
Why does it say Frank you?
How's that? Is that the right price? It's free if they have to go.
Oh no!
I think Greta.
I'd like to ask all the members of the CC at Play board to please come up and stand behind me. So thank you very much, all of you, for coming out on this cold day. What a great way to inaugurate the softball field tonight with a huge win. Congratulations to the girls. Likewise, the baseball team, a big win themselves, and thank you very much to the tennis team for coming out and putting on its exhibition for us. We appreciate it. So my name is John Boynton, and I'm the president of CC at Play, and this is our board behind me. And again, thank you for coming out tonight. The story of this renovation project began almost exactly 3 years ago, right in this spot, when a small group of us came out and we looked around at what were some very tired, dilapidated facilities, and we dared to dream that maybe we could create some kind of a public-private partnership to renovate them. And we are here today to celebrate the completion of the first phase of this project, which includes these amazing new tennis courts behind me. A softball field that is second to none in the state. And a baseball field that I hope will be the home to many state championship teams. Now there are about 1,000 or 2,000 people I'd like to thank, but I'm going to just try to go through a subset of them. First of all, we'd like to thank all of the teams for coming out today. We really appreciate you being here. It's folks like you, it's kids like you who, through your competitive play, motivate everybody else. You are the source of the spirit of the school. We really appreciate you all being part of this. So thank you to the teams for coming out today. I'd like to thank the town boards who were integral in making this all happen. The Community Preservation Committee, which has provided over just over $1 million in funding to this project so far. Last year, the committee was headed by Chris Toomey as the chair, and this year it was Paul Mahoney. So thank you very much to the CPC for everything you've done. Other town boards included the Select Board, the Natural Resources Commission, the Board of Health, Public Works, and the Zoning Board of Appeals. All of these were involved with approving and permitting this project, and we would not be where we are without you. Thank you. We also owe a huge debt of gratitude to the town departments The building department, the health department, the natural resources department, water and sewer, engineering, public works. A project of this magnitude does not come off without a few hiccups. We've had our fair share of hiccups along the way, and our town departments have been unbelievable to work with, and we're very fortunate to have such fine people working for the town. So thank you to all those folks. Town manager Chris Whalen at the helm of the town has been wonderful. Is Chris here? I thought he was going to be here. I guess he's not. Chris, thank you very much. We also have had a very productive partnership with the regional school district. This is a project of which they've been immensely supportive. The regional school committee has been hugely helpful, so we appreciate all of their support. We also appreciate the help of Diana Rigby, John Flaherty, Peter Badalaman, Barry Haley, and all the other good people in the schools who've helped to make this happen. So thank you to all of you. The communities of Concord and Carlisle have been unbelievably generous with this project. Many of you participated in the amazing race that we had in late March. We had over 250 competitors and volunteers out to help with that. So we're very grateful to all those folks. We also are grateful for the fundraising that we've been able to undertake. The two towns, Concord and Carlisle combined, have committed $1,503,000 to this project so far. So thank you to all the voters of both towns. On the private fundraising front, today we have over 500 donors to date. It's a huge number. We've set ourselves a goal of raising $3.5 million. As of today, we have just over $2,800,000 in support from the town people. So thank you. That puts us about $700,000 from our goal, so we are not done. If there's anyone here who feels so inspired, we'd be happy to talk to you about it later. Finally, I'm just going to say thank you to our board. A project like this has required an immense amount of work. I think we all understood that when we started. I'm not sure we understood just how much work it would be. So I'm going to read off the names of the board members because these guys have put in so much time, so much expertise, and have given so much to the town by way of this project. And we're just at the end of the first phase. The board members are Robbie Braceras, Amy Carlton, Russ Dion, Michelle Ernst, Dave Fisher, Terry Hoey, Phil Gibson, Matt McGee, Drew McMorrow, Ralph Verrilli, and Eric Wilson. A huge thanks to all of them. John Boyd. So now, without further ado, we're going to have the formal ribbon cuttings. And what we're going to do is we have 3 ribbons to be cut. We're going to cut them all right here. We've got one that is symbolic of the tennis courts, one for softball and one for baseball. So I'd like to start by asking the tennis captains to come up front, please. Peter, if you could pull the sword from the stone over here. We found them in the old building.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. I'd like to thank, I'm not going to go through that list again, but thank you so much, John, and everybody else on the board. Again, sorry about that. You all right? Again, I'm not going to go through the entire list of people that John just did because it was very inclusive. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been involved in the project, particularly to John and the board and everybody else. And on behalf of the students, I'd like to cut this ceremonial ribbon for the tennis courts. Woo!
All right, if the baseball captains come forward, please. Now I'd like to ask Deputy Superintendent John Flaherty to come forward, please.
Fine work of this group of people that have done thousands of hours in it's just a fabulous outcome. We're very happy to be part of it.
Okay, and finally, I'd like the softball captains to come forward. And Paul Mahoney, current chair of the Community Preservations Committee, is going to act as the ceremonial cutter.
Thanks, John. I was hoping I would get to do softball because that was such an amazing win. And I just want to say Emma Delavolpe is one of my favorite players, so good job, Emma. So let me just thank the citizens of Concord for over 10 years of support of the Community Preservation Act. This is one of many great projects they've supported over the years, and I think it's a fantastic example of a public-private partnership. Everybody involved has been great to work with. It's been a fantastic team, incredibly professional, and we can't wait to see the next two phases.
So once again, thank you to all of you. Phase 2 is scheduled to start on June 8th. It's going to include the conversion of the football field with artificial turf. It's going to include the renovation of the JV baseball field, the JV softball field. There will be brand new lights, energy efficient, put into the stadium. And later this fall, probably over the winter, we're going to have a beautiful new concession stand built that will be ready for service next spring. So thank you all for your support, and thanks for coming out today.